sexy. Just a pit, yeah, like, yeah. The hair. The hair. Give it a fool. Here we go.
Thank you so much. So how we doing, Tudor Lounge? How's it sound out there? Does it sound okay? Does it sound like I'm at the tutor? Yeah. Well, real quick, everybody, I just want to take a second to introduce ourselves in case it's your first time seeing us or you forgot my name. It happens sometimes. On the upright bass, why don't you give him some love, my father, Doghouse Johnny, in the upright bass. Come on. On the rhythm guitar and vocals, give her all the love in the world. That's my Mama Mama Blues. Come on.
I always have the blues.
Oh, yeah. On the saxophone, the flute, the clarinet, the harmonica, give him some love. Mr. Del Rugg, everybody, come on. Keeping that beat for y'all, everybody. Let's give him some love on the drums. Mr. Pete Walsh, everybody. And like I always say, I'm just Steve, Rockabilly Steve Blues. It's good to see y'all. We're Rockabilly Steve and BR3. Thank you so much. This next song here I want to do for everybody is actually a tune on my brand new album. It is available here. And
it's nominated.
Yeah, it's nominated for the National Josie Awards.
Josie Music Awards.
Yeah, Josie Music Awards.
We're going to Nashville.
Yeah, we're going to Nashville. Yeah.
It's the Grammys for independent artists, in case you don't know.
Yeah, it's the Grammys for not rich people. I'm just kidding.
I got 2 gowns.
Oh man, it's gonna be so much fun. I'm excited.
Are you going to perform here?
We're waiting.
I
We
wish.
won't know till June 15th.
Well,
Then they'll have the whole, yeah. I don't know how we're going to get that big bass down there, though.
We'll figure it out.
It's only a 9-hour drive.
It's only. I'll walk. I'll walk with you.
yeah, when are you going?
November 1st and 2nd.
But yes, this next song here off that brand new album is called "Baby Please Come Home." Goes something like this. Oh wow! No, baby, please come home. It's so sexy.
You can see her for a second.
Ready?
Don't be a fear.
I'll be a fear. Thank you so much. Oh man. What do you play after that? Another song. Exactly. Well, let's see here. This next song here is by the great B.B. King. Who here is a B.B. King fan? Oh, yeah. All right. This is one of my favorite versions of this song. It's called The Thrill Is Gone. Goes something like this. One of my favorites. My little rendition goes something like this.
Yes. Do you have your full work? It's really loud.
You got a jazz organ. You got the jazz organ. The jazz. He's got the jazz. Jazz organ. Went down.
Let's see. I got no choice. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
I channeled my best BB King. I'm going to do another BB King tune. Y'all enjoyed that one so much. We'll have a little fun. It's called Don't Make Your Move Too Soon. It's a great life lesson, let me tell you. But I moved right in, don't you worry.
That drummer lingo, man, it never goes away.
Don't make it move too soon, folks.
Do you know When Love Comes to Town by B.B. King?
That's a great tune. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah. We'll learn it for you.
Thanks for giving me the idea, though. Not that I'm stealing it or anything, but... Oh, man. I try to learn them all, but you know. Then I got situations like this next song where I write my own songs. And a lot of the songs I write are all true life experiences. And this next song is about a, a very silly mistake I made. And I'll never get to live it down because, no, you won't. I had to put a song to it. It's called I'm Gone. Talks about a wild night, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to be a good boy.
Oh, yeah.
Ready, sir? Are you sure?
Try getting a new tune first.
Nice try.
She went all the way.
Let's try something like this now.
Pretty baby, I'm gone. Pretty baby. Woo! You got two. You got two. Oh man, that's still kind of passing.
Yeah, we've been taking this.
It's like a Reese's, you say, but only kind of matters, you know?
Oh man. So let that be a lesson to don't be messing with that fancy brandy. It only brings trouble. This next tune here I want to do for everybody is actually one of my favorite tunes by the great Steve Miller. Who here likes the great Steve Miller? One of my favorites. I still think he's cool, guys. Don't worry.
Now lost your time.
But this one is called Mercury Blues. It was originally written all the way back in 1951 about this really cool car that just came out called the Mercury. Goes something like this.
Gonna buy me a Mercury.
That's right. Ford Motor Company owns the song.
I can't even record it either. Did you know I'd have to pay Ford to record that song? It's so serious.
But that guy's Ford. Really would have to pay for it. They own the song.
Oh, come on, baby, hop in my Mercury. All right, well, I'm gonna have a little fun here. This next song is another song that I just wrote a little while ago. Actually, this one's been around a month now. Just a month. It's called Leave My Baby Alone. It's a good old love song. It was something like this.
The baby's not here yet.
This is all the dingoes. My baby.
The dingo ain't your baby.
I have nothing clever to say back to that. I'm appalled.
What you gonna say to those dingoes? Leave my baby alone. Hey.
A dingo.
Oh, my fiance.
I'm my fiance. Thank you, man.
Give it, give it.
Next time, put that pan on. I'm like,
It is now.
Yeah. Gotta tilt it like slightly. Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
You feel it now?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
yeah, I just give it a little bit. Thank you. Hey, go.
Born Under a Bad Sign. A sharp. Or actually, no.
It's C sharp minor.
I almost said B sharp on here.
I gotta keep them little. And you missed the B flat, by the way.
I always miss that beat.
Mine is 20 bucks. It's like James Brown. It's like
Ah, right. Well, I got a good oldie but a goodie for y'all here.
I'm just kidding.
Great tune by the name of Born Under a Bad Sign. Goes something like this.
Except I need to get to it. Yeah, but that song.
Quick reminder before we get started here, though, if you do like what you are hearing and you want to support the band, give us some love. There's all kinds of ways to do so. This week, in honor of my first album's 5-year anniversary, 5 years since my first album. That's pretty cool. All my CDs are $15 flat. So you can get any CD on sale. I have vinyl available, brand new t-shirts, bracelets that are made out of my broken guitar strings. I break a lot of guitar strings, so. But please feel free to come say hi. Without further ado, actually I'm just stalling time right now. How you doing? Oh, they'll never get old. Thank you. Do it again. Come on, real quick. All right, that's enough. Oh, what?
You can just start.
Where was that picture taken on the cover of your first album?
Oh, and fun fact, the picture on my very first album was taken right here at the Tudor Now. Born on the bad side. the vocals. Give her some love. That's my mama, y'all. Come on. Mostly because I forgot the words. But that's all right. That's where mama comes from.
Okay, how about something like champagne and something?
I do the second set. I'm actually going to do Blues Before Sunrise. Blues Before Sunrise.
How we still doing, Tudor Lounge? Come on! Alright, just making sure you're still good. This next tune I'd like to do for everybody is by the great Robert Johnson. It's called I Got the Blues Before Sunrise. It goes something like this. Thank you so very kind. Oh!
It's diagonal. It's diagonal. There is one right there. Got a cross breeze.
Now we got Pete the fan hall. Pete the fan. I can barely even feel it. Diagonally.
Diagon Alley.
Oh, man.
How about some looking
Fan hall.
Party, I wanted to tell you, I love your dress.
What's
I love your dress, Mama. We love your dress.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so kind.
It's from Balloon Chick. Balloon Chick, $18.
Wow, look at
I
this
got
on you.
3 different ones.
It looks like good
Thank you. It's a little big, but I gotta take a little, good look at it.
Wicked game.
All right, we're gonna have a little fun here. This one is about the great Chris Isaak, one of my favorite songwriters. This is called Wicked Game. My little rendition of it goes something like this.
The great. Not the late Chris Isaak. The great Chris Isaak.
Oh yeah, and you're live on Facebook. So that's official.
I know something you
Thank you so much.
Rolling.
All right, well, it's about that time. I got one more here for y'all. I'm going to take a little pause because, God, I'm sweaty right now. I got to cool off a little bit. Feel free to check out our merchandise after this song. Leave a little something in our tip bucket. Oh, by the way, I forgot to introduce a very important member of our band. If you look right here, everybody, this is my pet alligator. His name's Bert. He only eats the color green.
Okay, good.
Now, don't take that literally, because people have actually just thrown random green stuff in there. Don't be shocked. I had someone throw glitter in there the other day.
Everywhere. Oh my God. It's all over the back seat of the car. Oh my God.
I believe his favorite is the green dead presidents. So feel free to provide.
Dead presidents.
Benjamins or Jacksons?
A Jackson or a Lincoln and King Chicago. This one is called Strolling with Steve. It's a song about getting pulled over. Oh, shoot. Hang on, everybody. I got to pull over quick. back. Check out our merchandise. Leave a little something on a tip jar. And I got more great music in store. Don't go nowhere. We're gonna have a lot more fun. Feel free to come say hi. Let's rock and roll, everybody. How y'all doing? Turn it loud! Thank you so much.
Do you have to put it in the mouth? Or?
Yeah, you can put it right. He doesn't bite. I got Gatorade. Don't worry. She's got Gatorade. I got Gatorade. So no worries. No worries. All right, everybody. I'll be right back. Don't you go nowhere.